I was going through stuff, going through depression. I was on the tough side of life.
Shakaya Smith says she's living proof of the power of bad decisions.
I was 16, I got locked up, I got caught up being with the wrong people and going down the wrong path for myself. I wasn't thinking about the outcome of anything, I was just thinking about myself.
Shakaya spent 2 years in a juvenile detention center. Her story isn't uncommon in her home state of Maryland. The percentage of people under the age of 18 incarcerated in Maryland's prisons is twice the national average. And in just 10 years' time, the number of victims of non-fatal shootings quadrupled statewide. 1 year ago, the state started what leaders hoped would be a unique solution to the gun violence: prevention through rehabilitation.
We did research to pick the characteristics of children at the highest risk of perpetrating or being the victims of gun violence. We really wrap services around the kids to try to put them on a different path because they're in danger.
Maryland's Department of Juvenile Services started the Thrive Academy in 2023. It pairs troubled teens, offenders, and victims with resources like housing, jobs, and food, as well as physical and mental health plans. The program also provides mentors called credible messengers who know just how high the stakes really are.
I live what they aspire to be. I'm not somebody that's outside of their community just talking to them. I'm somebody inside of their community that went through it, lived it, and now I'm on the other side of it.
Kevin Foreman is one of those mentors. He served more than a decade in prison after being convicted for dealing drugs.
I explain to them that their situation is their own, but I'm gonna tell you what the alternatives are. I'm telling you what's gonna happen when you don't put that gun down.
A lot of our young people are in survival mode. When you're trying to survive, they're going to do whatever they need by any means necessary.
Ebony Harvin is a pastor at New Solid Rock Pentecostal and has been working with young people for the last 2 decades. For her, being a mentor is personal. Her 26-year-old son was shot to death in 2018.
Probably done over 400 young men funerals in Baltimore City. But when it hit home, it was different. But our goal now is to make sure that another mother don't go through the pain.
126 teens have participated in Thrive since it began. In the year since, 23 of them have been arrested for weapons possession. 2 have been shot.
And the goal of this program is to rehabilitate young people. Do you feel that that's been the case for you?
Yes, I feel like this program just been, as I said, it's amazing. It's like family that I need and everything that I really needed to heal from what I've been through. You know that person you can call at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can cry to for about 2 to 3 hours? That's that program. Like, this is that program.
Amisha Sendor, NBC News, Baltimore.